course, we want to welcome all our federal partners here that are here today. For those that do not know me, I don't think there's anybody here in the room that probably does not know me. I'm Eddie Guerra. I'm the sheriff, and I'm also lucky to be a member of this community. Just a little bit to tell you about your sheriff's office. I have a staff of 795 hardworking employees. About 300 of those are deputies, 360 of them are detention officers, and then the rest are made up of support staff. Hidalgo County is made up of 1,582 square miles with 75 miles of river. The population of this county is about 1 million people. I have 20 municipalities here in this county, each with a police chief. I've got 4 school ISD-PDs, 2 university PDs, and I've got every federal agencies here in this county. So we have a very, very, very strong presence of law enforcement here in Hidalgo County that make my job easier to make sure that everybody that lives in this county feels safe. I have about 500,000 of those people that actually live outside the county jurisdiction, the city jurisdiction that fall under my protection. We have with me today Deputy Pedrazo. He's with a specialized unit called the Crime Prevention Unit, and he's going to speak to you all a little bit about what they do. He's the one that comes out to the community and to different communities in Hidalgo County and informs them of the services that the Sheriff's Office offers. One of the things that's unique that I have here is I have one deputy that's assigned to the as a ranch liaison. He was supposed to be here today, but unfortunately he's out working because they had Border Patrol had a bailout on the East Ranch, and he has access to the East Ranch and to all the major ranches that allow our federal partners to go in and that have access to these ranches, so they can get these aliens before they try to transverse the country, and hopefully we can save some of them, save some lives. Sergeant Moreno is the one that's in charge of that program. If he doesn't make it here today to give out his business card, I'm going to go ahead and give you all his cell number if you do not have his contact information. He is available to you all 24 hours a day, and I'm talking anything from 490 north. His cell number, I'll write it down, is area code 956-566-4613. Tell him where you live if you're not on his text thread, and he will text you any information that is happening in your area. If it's a bailout, so that way he can from a Border Patrol or a DPS or from a constable or from the sheriff's office, he can notify you to be on the lookout if there's any bodies that are outstanding, to be on the lookout for them. That way, in case you do see him, please call him and notify him, and then he'll contact our federal partners, or he'll send one of our representatives. We also have, it's 566-4613, 566-4613. Again, he's available 24 hours a day. Real quick, you probably have seen and have noticed. I've suspended it for a week for some logistical purposes, but probably in a week and a half, you'll start seeing again my deputies that'll be again up here working a federal grant that we get through the federal government. It's called Operation Stone Garden. I'll have 1 sergeant and 5 deputies patrolling just the areas that are north of 490, and I'm talking from all the way from our county line west of McCook all the way to our county line here on east of Hargill, all the way up into Kennedy County. They'll be they're strictly to help out the Border Patrol mission, and they're here again to answer all your calls. I'm very, very happy to report that we live in a community that sees very, very low crime, and we want to keep it that way. And we're doing our best to make sure that that this area continues to have a very, very low crime rate. So with that, I'll be here throughout the evening if you have any questions for me. But I'm going to let Deputy Peraza talk about the crime prevention unit.
Good afternoon. Like Sheriff said, my name's Juan Pedraza. I'm a senior deputy with the Sheriff's Office. I've been there for 10 years, and recently, 2 years ago, I became a certified crime prevention specialist, one of two in the Valley. Our mission at the Sheriff's Office is to come out to your property and help you reinforce your front doors, your back doors. We understand that sometimes Border Patrol, or even the Sheriff's Office or Highway Patrol, might have a bailout of illegal immigrants and they run into your property and stuff like that. Our goal is to make sure that you have every tool or the knowledge so that you can properly secure your front door and make it harder for somebody to kick that door open. We are going to be outside till 9 p.m. until this thing's over, and we have several samples on why we recommend a solid core door rather than other doors that you might find at your local hardware store. We do have samples of the doors and the reasons why. We're also in charge of the sky towers that are out here. These sky towers are not only recording 24/7, but they're also being monitored by our dispatch. They have 2 large screen TVs where the dispatchers actually see what's going on. Once the sun goes down, the cameras turn to night vision, so it gives the dispatcher a better view of what's going on at night, whether it picks up somebody walking through in the middle of the night in a neighborhood or at a store, and they can send an officer out there. We also do a lot of the school events. We do a lot of the outreach. We've gone to Brooks County all the way to South Padre Island to assist other agencies putting presentations, especially on synthetic drugs that are out there. If you have never seen synthetic, we have some samples outside that we do have a display board where you can go out there and see some of these things. If you've not familiarized with it, you might think it's candy or something else. It's a sweet smell. Depending on what it is, it can smell like chocolate, it can smell like berries. So we brought some informational stuff for you guys that you guys can take back and share this information with your kids, because they might know somebody who has this stuff, and it is very dangerous. There's a lot of students going into the hospital. There's a lot of kids dying, and that's something that we need to slow down. It's out of control, and hopefully with this information out there, the schools have been doing a great job. I know the health department has been doing a good job. The sheriff and the sheriff's office have been attending a whole bunch of meetings with the school districts and the parents. But we need to spread that word out more so everybody's aware of that. So like I mentioned, I'll be here. My partner, Deputy Hugo Rodriguez, will be here. Any questions you guys need, you guys want to set up a home inspection, we can come out there and pretty much do an inspection of your home, make sure that it's properly secure, or give you the information that you guys will need to properly secure that home. For those of you that own businesses, we also have fully certified business inspectors, where we go out there and we do a walkthrough with you during the day, and then we do a walkthrough with you at night. We talk everything from lighting to alarms to internal theft, external theft, camera safes, the way you handle money, just to make it safer so that the criminal element does not target your business or your home. And that's what one of our main purposes is, to get that criminal element away from your home and business. Thank you. Oh, on your home inspection, once you do pass it, you qualify for a 5% discount. If you have an alarm, that's an additional 15%, so you end up with a 20% discount. Especially with the insurance rates that have gone up, any discount that we get is good. What about the academy we offer homeowners? What is it, The Sheriff's Office Academy, which is located there at the headquarters at 711 El Cibolo Road, put out different courses. We have the Women's Safe, well, now it's called RAD, Rape, Aggression, and Defense, where women can go out there and learn how to defend themselves from an attacker, especially at night when you go to the store. They'll teach you, situational awareness. Instead of trying to find the closest parking lot or trying to find just any parking lot, we'll suggest that you drive around and see what's going on in the parking lot. See if you see anybody suspicious. See if you see anybody sitting around inside a vehicle waiting for a victim. Call it in, be more aware of your surroundings. And in case that you are attacked, our instructors who are certified through this program will teach you how to defend yourself and how to shout out and make sure that when you're under stress, that you're able to react. And you will actually go up against 2 of our instructors. They'll be wearing a red man suit. You can do anything you want to protect yourself. They're going to hold back a little bit, but they are still going to be a little bit rough just to make sure that it gets your metabolism going, make sure that you start, thinking under stress. And then once you're done, of course, you'll have a certification. They'll give you a certificate. We also have a homeowner's firearm safety course. Especially with open carry, we can carry our guns anywhere we want, but when can we shoot and when can't we shoot? It's very important, so that's what they put together. They talk about case law, they talk about situations, they talk about scenarios. If this was to happen or this was to happen, when are you justified and when are you not justified? At the end of the day, we want to make sure that when we protect our home and our family, that we're justified in what we're doing and we don't, break any laws. And of course, in case that you wonder what we do sometimes, there is a Citizens Academy. What you do is you'll have, like myself, I'll go in there and I'll talk more in depth about crime prevention. You'll have our investigators, our property investigators, our investigators against persons, go in there and tell you what they do and what the process is of filing charges, the process is, all the way up to the court. We have our narcotic officers who come and talk to you guys, our gang investigators. They'll put a little presentation together for you guys. And then you guys can actually go out and ride along with us. For 10 hours, you come in during the shift. They'll assign you to a patrolman, and you go out onto the road, and you see what these officers do on a day in and day out basis. And the shift that you ride on, that's going to be totally up to you. Whether you want to come in the night shift, you want to come in the morning shift. The only thing that we do request is that you do stay there 10 hours, unless, of course, of an emergency, because we don't want to take our patrolman out of the field to drive you all the way back to the sheriff's office. And in case a major call comes out, they're still going to be out there, and that way you guys can see everything else. But any other information, feel free to call the sheriff's office, 383-8114. You can either be transferred to the academy to get more information on that or anything to do with crime prevention. They'll forward you to our office.
Good evening. Thanks for coming. This is my first time here. My name is Alex Garcia. I'm here on behalf of Wesco Border Patrol Station. A little bit about me. I'm from Edinburgh, Texas. This is my first time here. I've been in law enforcement since '88. 4 years with Hidalgo County, 2 years with Dallas PD, and 24 years with Border Patrol. So that's just a little bit about me. I've worked these areas. I've worked from Rio Grande City to Brownsville. We do have an operation in process right called Operation Solstice. We have about 30 agents, 38 agents that are on duty at 24/7 throughout from Raymondville through Starr County line. They are assets pulled from throughout all the stations throughout. There's 9 stations, but they're pulling assets to assist in this area. They gave me a 30-minute presentation. I'm only going to take 5 minutes, so I'll keep it short. Let me see what else. We have about 2,000 apprehensions over the course of the summer as of yet, and we also have 200 rescues. How many deaths do we have, officers?
We're up to 19 fatalities.
Yeah, and that's why we kicked off with Operation Solstice, was to mitigate the deaths that were happening or occurring on your ranches in the area. We appreciate all the efforts that you're providing, the intelligence. Always feel free. Without you, we couldn't do our job. So it's really important, and it's really important that y'all are here. Always feel free if you see an agent on the side of the road, or if you have any issues, to reach out and touch them. Just go up to them and say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we've observed. And it's a Border Watch app. So it's an app that you apply to your phone, and Border Patrol is monitoring that at all times. So what happens is, if you see some type of suspicious activity or criminal activity on the highways, on your ranch, on the back roads, you just click on that app, and it'll identify immediately the GPS coordinates, and you can input the information, what you see, and it gets relayed to our headquarters. And then that gets relayed to the agents that are in the area to respond immediately, rather than having to worry about, well, where am I at, and having to deal with phone calls, dealing with 911. You alleviate those issues. So, but you need to sign up in order to be inputted into the system at headquarters. You can take a picture. and it will upload that picture, and that image will be sent to HQ. So that will assist our agents out there. You don't have to deal with giving a description and yada yada. You can actually go up, let's say, I know y'all deal with a lot of fence issues, so you can actually take a picture of the fence, the landmark, the mile marker, the vehicle that bailed out, anything. You can just take a picture of it and download it, and it's done. And we move forward with that. So it will enhance our efforts, and it will enhance, the operational effectiveness to assist you with hopefully preventing a lot of issues. And we also, we coordinate with DPS as well, and with local sheriff's department, and with the constables. So I know it's getting hot in here, so I will end this presentation of mine and let the next speaker come up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Hi, guys. Good evening. Deputy Casas with Hidalgo County Office of Emergency Management under the County Judge Ramon Garcia and the guidance of our EMC, Ricardo Saldana. Here to talk about a little bit of what we do, what we're here to do to provide and assist you all with from our agency, from our office under the county judge. With emergency management, pretty much it's what the title says. I mean, we're here to manage and mitigate any type of incident that occurs here within Hidalgo County. We've been out here for car accidents, grass fires, brush fires, hazmat incidents. We do it all. We're here to support a lot of these agencies. I'm going to show a quick clip of some of the events that have occurred these past few years with the disaster declarations that have occurred, the flooding here in the Precinct 4 area. And then later on, one of our partners from the Fire Marshal's office will show some of the wildland fires and fires that we've also had here in this area. And again, in no way, shape, or form do we try to or attempt to do things on our own. We're here to assist as much as we can. The networking aspect is what helps us do what we do, which is what this event is all about. So getting the community of Linn-San Manuel out here to know these faces, the faces of these first responders, to start that relationship to where y'all can call us if you need, okay? We're out here to support and help y'all. One of the things when we do go into the ranches for the fires, and we've had multiple fires out here these past years, so we're blessed to have these past few rains to help us out with the dryness that we've had. But in years past, we've had issues where we've had to cut fences and stuff like that. So knowing that contact person at the ranch hand and stuff like that, and we try as much as possible not to cut any type of fences. We try to use your all's gates as much as possible. But all we know is north and southbound 281. Once we get off that paved road, we don't know where we're at. All right. So if we don't have a ranch hand or somebody guiding us into where that situation is, we tend to get lost. So we've started leaving cooking crumbs with Chief here has left cones, orange cones, entrance of the ranch. And once we get into your all's ranches, it starts splitting everywhere. So it becomes a maze to us. So it's a learning aspect to us also, but if we can do this together to where we can train and y'all can show us the pre-planning portion of not only what the fire side does on the fire prevention and pre-planning that the fire marshals does as well, it assists all of us in whole. And that's what we're here to do. So we want to make sure we get that message out to communicate. All right, we're here to bring up new ideas. I know we've had discussions about having like a beacon, a light at your all's entrances in case you are calling 911. We have troopers that come in periodically that aren't from this area or new deputies that don't know the ranches or by name, but if they see your address, posting your 911 address, if you do not have that, LRGVDC 911 is here also, so we can get that going, get that documentation going, get you registered for the 911 address, and they'll talk more about that as well. The food bank also is one of our partners that works with us pretty often. So they wanted to make sure that you all knew as well, for any type of food assistance that you all need, that you can call their number at 682-8101. That's for any type of food assistance, and the food pantry is located in FAR. They're on South Cage, the old, what is it called? The Valley Fruit, the old Valley Fruit. So they got us some water and stuff like that for the event. So also we have Hidalgo if y'all haven't heard of Hidalgo, please go to our website, the county website. That's to opt in to the registration of emergency notifications. Okay, so on our county website, you can go to that, click it, register, and you'll be able to get notifications of any major events that are occurring in Hidalgo County. So please, if you want more information on that as well, we have our booth set up outside. So questions, comments, and concerns, please just let us know. We're here to help. We're here to build a big team in the Linn-San Manuel area. We want to get the partnerships going. Again, I know it's been years since we've had a ranch meeting, so hopefully we can make this an annual event and spread ideas. I mean, throw the ideas out there and see what works for you all. I don't live in a ranch, so I don't know much about the ranch life, so I need your all's input on what exactly we need to go in there to help mitigate any situation that occurs in that area. So again, thank you for your time. And any questions and more information will be out here at the table in the bay. Alrighty, thank you, folks.
Okay, well, my name is Investigator Franz. I'm with the Hidalgo County Fire Marshal's Office. I've been with the county for about 3 years now, and it's just an honor and a privilege to come and speak with you guys. We absolutely love taking part in community events such as these. We love interacting with Hidalgo County citizens and just really getting out there and letting you guys know a little bit about our agency, which sometimes, just because of the size of our agency, we're often overlooked. So we really like coming out and having that opportunity to interact with y'all. A little bit about what we do. We assist all the other departments when it comes to emergency situations. We have licensed peace officers that work at our office. And then obviously fire marshals, we focus on fire. So we do everything from prevention, which would be events such as these. We go to schools, we talk to children. We have fire extinguishing equipment that allows us to put on training for Hidalgo County citizens, for businesses. So if you guys need any training like that, we're more than happy to assist you. There's no charge for that. We're just using that equipment to try and make Hidalgo County a little bit more fire safe. Aside from that, we assist with emergency management. The video that emergency management had up, some of our guys were coming out in that video. So we try and, we're more of a force augmentation office for them. And then once it comes to actually being there, we'll assist the local fire departments in any way that we can, whether it's calling for additional resources, whether it's helping them establish communications, or a temporary operations center in the field, we'll do that. And then once that's done, when it comes to fires that have already occurred, our office is in charge of investigating them. If it's arson, we'll go after the perpetrator, and our office will file charges on them. If it's not, we still do a full report that shows the cause and origin of that fire to the best of our abilities, that you guys would in turn turn over to your insurance companies. Now, aside from that, we also keep track of how many fires there are in Hidalgo County, and we cite people for burning illegally. Aside from citations for the illegal burning, we help people burn. We not necessarily go out and start the fire, but you guys are on ranches. A lot of times you need to burn brush, you need to do controlled burns or prescribed burns. Our office assists in that by coming out. We evaluate the area and we tell you when the best time to burn is. I don't know if anyone here burns regularly, but lately we haven't been allowing burning just because of the conditions. We do spot checks for Hidalgo County. We look at the heat index, the relative humidity. We look at wind speeds, and we try and make a determination. Now, just so that you guys know, I don't know if anyone in here has a burn permit or has been calling and has gotten frustrated with us lately because we've been saying no a lot. What we want you guys to know is we don't like to say no. We want for people to burn regularly because that keeps those piles from getting just oversized. We like keeping those piles small. So if you guys need anything on that end, feel free to come talk to us. We're going to be here till this event ends at 9 o'clock. And the fire marshal, the new fire marshal, Homer Garza, he's here. He's outside. He's assisting set up with food and whatnot. But I know he'd absolutely love to talk to you guys and just let you guys get to know him. Some of the new things that have been going on, Chief Saldana from Emergency Management's here, and the sheriff, these two played a pivotal role in some new technology that's coming into the county, and thankfully they've chosen our office to really champion this mission, and that's what you guys see on the screen right now. This is all drone footage. We uploaded it, and pretty much what this is going to allow us. Really quick, has anyone's ranch ever been affected by fire? Yours has? Okay. Out here, fire spreads quickly. Okay, you guys have an amazing fire department, but they're still, you know, they're far away from a lot of the areas where these fires occur. It takes a while to get there, and time is of the essence when it comes to fighting these fires. Obviously, the sooner we can start fighting it, the better off it is for everybody. But that's not always on our side, especially with the weather conditions being what they've been lately. I know it's hot. We had a little bit of rain. I know it's starting to get kind of green, but these fires really take off. This video that you're seeing right now, this is one of the first times that we used a drone at a fire, and it really helped us. The way it helped us is, and the way it's going to help serve you all as landowners, once these fires take off, they get really big, really fast. And it takes us a while to start coordinating, figuring out where the head of the fire is, staging our assets, figuring out how we're going to attack this fire, and how we're going to prevent it from damaging more property. These drones, we can have them in the air within about 15 minutes. We can get them high enough to where we can see where the fire is. We have equipment that helps measure the weather, that helps measure wind direction, right where these drones are taking off from. So just to tell you guys a little bit about our drone program, Hidalgo County is going to have 30 different pilots that are going to get certified for drones. This is going to be rolling out over the next year or so. We're going to have quite a few of these drones that are in the field. Just to put everybody at ease, first, a little bit about myself. I lived on a ranch for about 3 years. I'm a deer breeder. I'm all about the ranch life, so I know kind of where you guys are coming from sometimes when it comes to drones. I believe in my privacy. That's not what we're using the drones for. We're not going to be flying over anybody's land unless it's an emergency situation. So before any of those questions come up, I wanted to put you guys at ease. Once we start putting this into play, we're going to have them spread out strategically throughout the county. They're going to be in different people's units, different agencies are going to have them. And my understanding as of now is there's going to be somewhat of a task force that when we have a situation like this, when we have one of these fires, our response rate is going to be a lot quicker. An example, we did mutual aid to Brooks County recently. We did mutual aid to Brooks County recently. There's a uranium mine out there near Tacubaya that caught fire, and it was massive. From 281, which was about 15 miles away, you could see the smoke plume. It was just this huge fire. Okay, the units that were showing up, we had Brooks County, there were people from Falfurrias, there were people from Kleberg County that were all coming out here. And then Hidalgo Hidalgo County assets started spinning up and they started getting ready. We started getting dozers ready. We started getting ready to move out there. Anytime there's an effort like that, it costs money. It costs taxpayers money, okay? But it's worth it if we go out there and we make a difference and we save property. What ended up happening was one of the first units from Hidalgo County that showed up had a drone. We were able to get it in the air and we got an actual assessment of what the scene looked like. All of that smoke was polyurethane pipes that they use at these sites, at these uranium mines, and we realized that the fire wasn't spreading and it wasn't going anywhere. So what the drone was able to do was it was able to pinpoint where all of this fire was. It was able to let us know what the actual situation was, and it was able to let us relay to Hidalgo County assets that they could stand down, therefore saving taxpayers money. We didn't mobilize everything right away, as we would have maybe about 2 years ago or 3 years ago before all this technology and communication started taking place. Okay, this fire right here, just to give you guys a little bit of context, this took place on the west side of Hidalgo County between Hidalgo and Starr County. This was a massive fire. It took off. There were several agencies that ranged from Starr County. We had people from the east side of Hidalgo County going all the way across the county to get out there. I know that State Emergency Management was out there. DPS sent a helicopter out there before we were able to get the drone in the air. But once we got this in the air, it helped us do the site assessment. And there are actually, I think, 2 drones in the air. The city of Farr was able to lend us one of theirs. But aside from the site assessment, I'm going to fast forward just a bit. What this was able to do, right here, you can see this is the head of the fire, and it's coming up to what was a fire break if this loads. And this is the point at which the fire jumped. Okay, if you were listening to our radio communications at that time, what you would have heard is the fire's jumping that fire break. We need to start moving assets further south. These drones have the capability that every agency that shows up, as long as you have a cell phone, a smartphone, we can actually push the video out to you real time. So it's able to let us work with every fire department that gets out there, every emergency management office. If there's someone, actually the county judge's office, one of the things that we're able to do when we have a situation like this and they want to be apprised of it, we're able to send them the video in real time. They can watch it on their laptop, they can watch it on their cell phones. If they've got a tablet, if they've got a TV, a smart TV with internet connection, we can push the video out real time. They can see that and they can listen to the audio and radio traffic on the scene. So all this new technology is coming up. We are actually one of the first counties in the state of Texas that's going to have this kind of technology legally. Other counties have been using drones for a couple of months now, and the FAA is really starting to crack down. The laws are actually changing on the 29th, or they take effect the 29th of this month, and Hidalgo County has already ramped up its rollout program that we are going to be the first county that gets to implement all of this as per the regulations set forth by the federal government. Y'all have any questions at all? No? Okay. One of the other things that we do, I know I mentioned that we do the fire extinguisher training, but like the sheriff's office, the way that they go to y'all's homes and they can do the crime prevention type inspections, our office does the same thing on the end of fire safety. Okay, we talk a lot about being safe in your home. We talk about being safe on your ranch because of situations like this. But we have to face it. You guys, when it comes to emergency response, you're at a disadvantage just because you're that much further away from us. So what we want to remind everyone is, of course, have a plan, be fire safe, and we want to avoid loss to property and definitely loss to life. Okay, so if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call. If you need a site assessment for a burn location, if you want us to go into your house and help you install a fire alarm or talk to you about kitchen safety, or we have something called Learn Not to Burn for children where we can talk to children, young fire starters, we're able to talk to them. So if you have a child around the house that's playing with matches, we'll come and we'll talk to them in front of you and just explain the dangers of it. I know a lot of times, I know I gave my parents a lot of gray hair growing up. I was kind of a knucklehead. So it would help, in my situation, for someone else to come in, that I saw as a professional, and that's how children usually see us. So if you guys have anything like that, any requests, anything that we can do to help protect your property and your lives and your family's lives, feel free to come talk to us, and we'll be here till 9 o'clock. Okay? All right. Well, thank you guys very much.
Good afternoon. All right. My name is Greg Sanchez. I'm the public health specialist for the Hidalgo County Health Department, or the intermediate outreach. I'm the outreach for the health department. I connect everybody to other resources throughout the community, throughout the county. I also inform everybody of all the services that we provide through the county and other resources. The county health department is an agency, a department that consists of 6 divisions or 6 sub-departments, and I'm not going to take too much of your time, so I'll just give you a brief synopsis of some of these areas that we service and how we help the community and what I do. One of them is our comprehensive health services. They're comprised of 7 clinics that the service provides the clinics several services throughout the community, like vaccines, preventive, and wellness to the community. We also have another division program. It's our TB program, a TB division that provides public at the risk of TB disease, includes treatment, prevention, and education. Our third division is our immunization program, which also provides services for children, for family, and for adults, vaccines, preventive at affordable price. Also, we have our Human Services Division that assists residents throughout the Hidalgo County of healthcare, funeral, burial assistance. It's all determined by review and by income, resource, household, comprise, and county residents. We also assist basic health care through through our Human Services Division. We also have our environmental program, or environmental division, which also has our health inspectors that also report to complaints of weedy lots. our on-site facility that also inspect sewage tanks, our vector control that they also spray mosquitoes and do prevention, animal control, and our last division department that we have is our public health emergency program or emergency PHP division. They assist in developing plans, procedures, and preparing for public health emergencies. We also combine our efforts with other departments such as the local PDs, the fire departments, and the other county departments and agencies in case of emergencies here in the Hidalgo County. What I do is I connect people in the community that need certain services through the county of our services that we provide, and any other services that they might need in case of emergencies. During emergencies, there's always a need for certain resources, and you can contact the health department through me. I connect you with nonprofit and nonprofit agencies that are out there to assist you with certain emergencies that you might need. And I'll be out here. I'll have some of these flyers. If you need more details over some of these areas that I covered, and other some of these flyers that have more detail, or some of these services that we provide, and other nonprofit agencies. I've got some at my table that I can hand out to you, and I can explain in more detail. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Like the president of the board said, my name is Javier Castillo. I started my fire service, I guess, volunteering with the city of San Juan back in '86. Louder? I started with '86. My career, after I graduated high school there, I graduated from PSJ back in 1990. Right after that, I got into the medical field in '91. So I've been in the medical field since then, so I've been around for a good while. I started also my full-time career as a firefighter with the city of West Nicole. I was there for about 12 years with them. Right after that, like Chief said, I went over to Afghanistan. I went to go work as a contract worker over there as a firefighter or medic. I worked in Bagram Air Force Base. I was moved around to the capital of Kabul for a while. It was a great learning experience, and I'm hoping to bring that back to our fellow members here at the fire department. I'm very keen into teaching. I really want my firefighters to go learn a lot more than what they've learned now. So that's what I'm trying to bring to them right now. So I told them there's a lot more than just putting water on something that's burning. There's a lot of other aspects they need to know about it. So I won't go too much into it, but I'm really proud that I've been really, I guess I would just say it, that I was given such a great welcome to take an opportunity to become the chief here at the fire department. So I'll be around. If you guys have any questions, I'm always here available. Where, like I said, the chief had said the ESD had provided us a new engine. We have something great here. It's going to be a great asset here for the city. And we look forward to getting more equipment to help us out with upcoming, or to deal with any upcoming situations that we may come up with. But other than that, thank you so much, and welcome to our first annual summit.